Four is one of the most anticipated film of the year, and that includes in the film includes the title First Steps. But you already took the first steps in the MCU with WandaVision, which broke narrative convention. What creative risk did you take here?
Well, we set it in a 60s, but it's a retro-futuristic 60s. So it's a different Earth, which allowed us to invent a whole new world, which was very, very exciting. Fantastic Four were created in the 60s, so it felt right to put them into the 60s where they were created, which was the time of the space race. But in this 60s, they are Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. They are the Apollo 11 astronauts in a way, planting a future Foundation flag on the moon instead of a US flag.
The MCU often focus on heroes who become symbols. What do you want the Fantastic Four represent in this specific moment in the MCU and in the real world?
Yes, well, the Fantastic Four are sort of the leading lights of their entire world. More than superheroes, they are astronauts, explorers. We call them Imaginauts. They're leaders. Sue runs the Future Foundation, which is kind of like the United Nations. They really are a symbol of their time, and that's a symbol of optimism and idealism and the best of humanity.
How do you balance your personal vision as a director with the need to fit within the broader Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, the great thing about this movie is it's its own thing. They are the only heroes on this Earth in this universe. We don't have any other Marvel characters coming in and out. Didn't have any obligations to set up any other narrative. Eventually, the Fantastic Four will join the rest of the Marvel universe in Avengers Doomsday. But for this movie, you can come and see this movie having never seen another Marvel movie before or Marvel television show.
You brought together four very different actors, Pedro, Vanessa, Joseph, Evan, to portray Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben. What surprised you about the way they clicked with one another? And how did you about building that family chemistry from rehearsal to shooting?
Yes, well, we did rehearsal for 3 weeks before, like a play, bringing them together, helping to create a foundation so that they could feel like a true family before we began shooting. They're wonderful actors. Great actors create great chemistry, but they also just have a natural spark, which is wonderful.
But Pedro Pascal is the actor of the moment.
Yeah.
How was work with him?
Great. He's someone I've known almost my entire adult life. We've met in our early 20s. I've been so impressed to see his career rapidly rise. He's so talented, and I'm someone very deserving of it.
Could you tell us about the visual approach of the film? What influence or reference did you know to shape the aesthetic, retrofuturistic, and the special effects?
Yes, so we talked about the movie's aesthetic being where Kirby meets Kubrick. Jack Kirby was the creator of the comic Fantastic Four at the beginning, and Kubrick, of course, 2001. I wanted to live somewhere in the intersection of the comic book and that retro-future 60s that Kubrick had created as well. We looked at Sid Mead, who is a famous concept illustrator from the 60s. We looked at the World's Fair in the 60s in New York City and imagined what if the entire world looked like the World's Fair with monorails going through and saucer-shaped buildings. So we referenced a lot of interesting futurists from the 60s, yes.
And finally, both the Fantastic Four and the X-Men are set to redefine the next chapter of MCU beyond the storyline. How do you like these two groups to fit together? How do you imagine their relationship?
I don't know where the relationship will go between X-Men and Fantastic Four. Who knows? But it's very exciting that they're both coming to the MCU. I mean, these are two of the classic teams in the Marvel Universe, and it's really exciting that they finally have come to Marvel Studios.
Finally, how do you hope this film will connect that to the audience? And what do you think it brings to Marvel Universe and the superhero genre in general?
Well, they're very special because they are the only family really in Marvel. They are the first family of Marvel. They're incredibly relatable. They're just like us. They're parents, they're husband and wife, they're brother and sister, they're best friends. Like, they have so much that's different and relatable. It just makes them charming, and I think that makes everyone love them because they feel so familiar.
Are you nervous about the future of Fantastic Four and the reception of the audience?
I'm excited to share the movie. We've worked very hard for many years on it, and I'm a big fan of the Fantastic Four, and so it's a huge honor to bring them to the MCU.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
I can't
you.
wait to see the whole movie.
Great.
Thank
I
you
hope
so
you
much.
enjoy it. Thank you.